In the late 1300s and early 1400s, the kingdom of Great Zimbabwe began to lose its power. Historians believe this decline may have been caused by environmental changes, overgrazing of farmland, the exhaustion of gold deposits, and the movement of important trade routes toward the north. As Great Zimbabwe weakened, smaller states began to form from its former territories. One of the leaders who rose during this time was Nyatsimba Mutota, a royal figure or nobleman from Great Zimbabwe. Around 1430, Mutota was sent north to find salt. Salt was an important resource because it preserved meat and other foods, and was also a valuable trade item. Mutota traveled with a group of followers, including hunters, warriors, and advisors, crossing rivers, highlands, and open plains. Eventually, they reached the Zambezi Valley, home to the Tonga people. This area had large salt deposits, fertile soil for farming, and good conditions for cattle rearing. Mutota took control of the land, partly through negotiations and partly through military action. He established his capital in this new region, founding the Mutapa Empire, which carried forward the influence, trade networks, and leadership traditions of Great Zimbabwe. From its base in the Zambezi Valley, the Mutapa Empire expanded in size and influence. At its height, it covered large areas of what is now northern Zimbabwe and central Mozambique. The empire's economy was based on gold, copper, and ivory. These were mined or gathered by local communities and sent to the capital as tribute. Farming was also important. Crops like millet, sorghum, and maize supported the population. Mutapa's goods were traded through long-distance networks. Merchants from the empire took gold and ivory eastward to trading towns along the Swahili coast. From there, Arab and Swahili merchants linked the products to Indian Ocean trade routes, sending them to Arabia, India, China, and even parts of Europe. In return, the Mutapa Empire received textiles, beads, ceramics, glassware, and luxury goods from Asia. This constant flow of trade brought great wealth and strengthened the empire's reputation across the region. The ruler of the empire was called the Mwene Mutapa, meaning owner of the land. All land and resources were considered the property of the ruler. Local chiefs governed different areas, but were required to send tribute to the king, often in the form of gold, salt, ivory, cattle, and food supplies. The Mwene Mutapa was both a political leader and a spiritual authority. He was seen as a guardian of the land and as someone connected to the ancestors. His role was to protect the empire's territory, keep peace among different groups, and ensure trade and agriculture continued to thrive. The royal court was also a center of administration. It included advisors, military leaders, and officials who managed trade, tribute, and justice. In the early 1500s, Portuguese explorers, traders, and missionaries arrived on the East African coast. They were attracted by stories of the Mutapa Empire's gold wealth. At first, relations were friendly. The Portuguese provided firearms, European cloth, wine, and other goods. In exchange, they received gold, ivory, and other products from the empire. However, the Portuguese wanted more control over the trade. They began to involve themselves in the politics of the Mutapa Empire, supporting certain rulers who would give them better trading rights and influence. Some Mutapa rulers welcomed Portuguese support to strengthen their own positions, while others resisted foreign interference. Over time, this created political divisions and weakened the unity of the empire. By the 1600s, the Mutapa Empire faced multiple problems. Disputes over succession often turned into civil wars. Neighboring kingdoms and rival groups attacked the empire's borders. The Portuguese took control of key trade routes and some of the most important gold mines. This reduced the empire's wealth and weakened the authority of the Mwene Mutapa. Many regions began to act independently, no longer sending regular tribute to the capital. By the mid-1700s, the once powerful empire had broken into smaller states, marking the end of more than 300 years of continuous rule. The Mutapa Empire is remembered as one of the most important kingdoms in southern Africa's history. It was a successor to Great Zimbabwe, continuing its tradition of centralized leadership, resource control, and long-distance trade. The empire's control of gold, copper, and ivory linked southern Africa to global markets long before European colonization. Today, its history is recognized in Zimbabwe and Mozambique as part of their cultural heritage and as evidence of Africa's advanced political and economic systems before colonial rule.